Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. Bum, 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 bum,
It's been a long road.
you're gonna go there.
All right, sorry. Okay,
Wow,
I can hear people
cringing right now.
turning off their podcasts right across the world.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with John Kennedy.
Yeah, hello. That's a bit where they keep singing.
Right? Yeah, I was just
Hello.
like, please make me stop singing. I'm here with Jay Duguay.
Hey.
And I'm here with the man who would be storyteller, John Garlick.
Hello.
He could feel his dreams come alive at night.
Nice.
For he could touch the sky.
It's so wiggly. All right.
Wow. Woo!
All right.
They're not going to hold him back no more.
I believe we just entered
He's
warp
not gonna
headed to
waste time.
Rura Ganok.
Rura Ganok.
Rura Ganache. A little bit
I
of
like
ganache.
chocolate ganache, personally. The Klingons make a Rura Ganok that's just,
It's just
delicious.
I don't know, it's
You have
phenomenal.
to. I mean, you have to kill it with like a hammer.
right, but
you
it's
know.
velvety.
Oh,
and it's
so velvety
rich
and wiggles
chocolate and-
going
It
down.
is literally to die for.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
Because you have to battle for it.
Well, but if you really want the true Rura Ganok experience, you eat your Ganok live. It's still chocolatey, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
wiggles on the way down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's that word again.
Yeah.
Wiggles.
There it is.
All right.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. I'm sorry.
As you guys have approached Rura Ganok, you drop out of warp and into impulse power. You begin taking readings of this system. Give me a let's see, science officer.
Yes.
Go science officer. Go science officer.
I've
We're
been
gonna
rolling
have-
terribly.
Yeah, we'll just throw again. Give us a roll of. Let's see. You're just checking your panel. We're gonna call it insight plus science.
So
Just to give it a try.
14.
So 14 or less will succeed on this roll.
12.
Okay, 12 and a 19. So you've got one success. We are playing StarTrekAdventures. Random people popping up. Okay, yeah, you've got one success. You see that there is some kind of security grid active on the planet.
Okay.
The planetoid. It is in sort of the asteroid belt. It's an unusually large, kind of potato-shaped rock that has an atmosphere.
Okay.
And there is sort of a green glowing security field around it. There are various beacons that are around, the edge of the system that are broadcasting sort of a keep out message, saying that this is a high security location under the command of the Romulan Empire. Please keep your distance from this high security prison.
Well, I'm still in sickbay, right?
You can be wherever you want. I mean, also, it didn't specify whether they wanted the prisoner thawed out or not.
Well, I guess I'm going to be working in my in sickbay on a method of thawing him out in case they don't
Okay.
have a method to do it.
All right, that is plenty reasonable. Roll reason plus medicine, because it sounds like the Romulans didn't have a method of thawing him out, and they just sort of let him sit there.
Well, I could do this, and let's see. It's not trauma. It's not xenosurgery. Man, yeah. So none of my focuses really apply.
Yeah, he's not even an alien. He's your same species.
Yeah. What luck. All right. I got a 4 and a 12.
All right. Well, so your reason is.
My reason is 9. My medicine is 5, so that's 14.
Okay, so you've got 2 hits.
Woohoo!
All right. So you will gain an additional point of momentum.
All right.
Getting extra successes, just in case we need them later. All right. So you basically prepare sort of a tank, because you realize that if you just start heating this guy up, he's going to get all freezer burny.
I put water in the bathtub.
Yeah, you put water in the bathtub. You
Nice.
fill up the Bacta tank.
We're going to put them in a big plastic bag and just drop them in the water. And,
Sous vide.
Yeah.
Yeah. No? Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. But yeah.
To Sass, what did the scans of the planet Rura? Did you get a full scan of the surface of the?
Yes, there was a security field, as well as warnings against approaching the planet.
Ooh.
Toyd.
Are there beacon markers at intervals to keep us at a certain distance from the planet?
No.
No.
Okay, excellent. So we can see scanning now.
All right. Okay, so basically there are no other habitable planets, and Rura Ganok is hardly a garden spot. You're reading deep cold. But you can see that there are structures on the surface with your initial scan. All of the rest of the planets in the system are uninhabitable rocks or L-class gas giants.
Can I just blow this place up?
we forgot. She does have the skill. What is that skill that you have?
Exotectonics. Basically, your first impression is that this is a most likely probably tectonically dead with a solid nickel core. So it would be difficult to explode this planet.
But what you're saying is it could be done.
Oh yeah.
Can we isolate the prisoner? I mean, can we scan for the prisoner?
Okay. You scan at range. We'll say that another ensign operates the scanner. Says, "I'm getting 6 life signs, sir."
Anyone in cryo? I mean, can we identify our 7th prisoner?
He's not giving us a life sign. He is frozen solid.
Would I be on the bridge for this, or am I still in sickbay?
You can be on the bridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. I'm like, hey, Bones, come on up here. I mean, Doctor.
I go up there.
All right.
Is there any way you can identify the cryocon?
It's possible. If he's been frozen, then his life signs are going to basically be almost like the ambient temperature around him. However, there is something that we can look for that might tell us where he is. If you could bring up just a thermal scan of the area.
Bleep. The whole place looks very cold. Except for a couple of structures that are close to warm. Actually, they are reading just barely above freezing.
Well, the equipment, even though the asteroid is cold, they need to keep it at a constant temperature, which means they still need a refrigeration system. So we need to look for a heat signature coming off of a large, extensive refrigeration unit.
Well, why don't we do it like the egg?
What do you mean, like the egg?
Well, your raw egg versus your hard-boiled egg. You spin them both. Stop it and let it go. The hard-boiled egg is going to stop. The regular egg is going to keep spinning. Why don't we do a low-level sweep with a fate, bring the temperature up. That block of ice will still keep its thermal properties, and it'll show as a cold spot. It'll be what we're looking for, right?
You mean we heat the asteroid?
Well, the facility. I mean, if they're near freezing, wouldn't they like to be a little warmer?
I'm not an engineer, Captain, but that sounds, A, like an act of war, and B, that might destroy the facility.
Commander Tassas, would we be able to heat the facility up above freezing? Not necessarily as an act of war, but it looks like their heating apparatus is not warming the facility anymore.
Oh, they're warmer than the surrounding environment by more than 50 degrees. It is really, really cold outside. But
okay.
Only just awful cold inside.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like, it's near freezing. Mm-hmm. Their heaters have stopped working. And I'm like, well, then we'll just warm them up.
There are a few power sources that are visible spikes, but nothing that is initially obvious as a sustained machinery for that.
Would I be able to adjust the sensors to see if I can find the life of the Betazoid's life signs, even if they haven't slowed down?
Yeah. I mean, if he's cryogenically frozen, he's not just in stasis. He is effectively dead.
Couldn't they potentially use telepathy
That's where I was going next.
That is quite
Ooh,
possible.
that would work too.
to start, checking out the brains of the people who
All
are
right.
around?
I like that. That works too.
You're coming closer to Rura Ganok as you're talking. Over the last 15 minutes, you've been proceeding at full impulse into the system.
Well, first we'll use my ability to find him, but then we'll use our ability. Well, we all three of us have telepathy.
Yeah, baby.
Maybe he's lying dead
don't
yet
have
dreaming.
telepathy.
Yeah,
Aren't
he
you a
has
Vulcan?
mind
Yeah,
mind
mind
meld.
meld.
It's
pinch.
more effective, but it is a range of touch.
Okay, well then we'll use technical expertise.
Not a true telepath.
I
that's
never
okay.
claimed to
So racist, you guys.
Youll get there.
All right.
I mean,
I'm
when your
androids, am I
species
right?
when your species
Ship
advances,
scanners. I'm using ship scanners.
Blip, blip,
The
blip.
sensors.
be. Can I roll to pinch the captain right now?
Oh, just affectionate writhing on the floor.
We are recreating Discovery.
nice.
I just love the fact that she was so lousy at it that it was just sort of like, I'll knock you out. And the captain gets up. What the hell?
The heck?
All right. Okay. Let's. Okay. Kennedy, give me a roll of your reason plus. I'm going to say engineering in this particular case because this is. You're going to be rigging. I'll say medicine. Sure.
Yay.
Reason plus medicine. It's what you're good at.
Hooray.
Yeah. And I have technical expertise.
All right. Great.
I forget what that does. I know it when using sensors or scanners. Hold on. Talents, page 100.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
This is-
Talents appear on page 135.
Oh. There we go.
Blip, blip,
Technical
blip.
expertise. I mean, reroll which D20. Nice.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. I
All
need I'm a 14. Oh, 2 and a 9. Didn't even need to reroll it.
All right. Okay, you get two pretty good successes there.
Yeah, so I adjust the sensors so we can tell, we could find his life signs, even though they've been slowed down.
He has been. He is an ice cube. You get you pinpoint that there are banks upon banks of cryotubes. You've identified on your closer scan. You're like, okay, there are many containment areas. You don't find his life signs, but you do see that power is only running to one chamber.
Ooh.
But he is an ice cube. You do not pick any life signs up yet at all.
Well, Captain Heat's located here. Beep. Beep, beep, beep.
What are we? I'm sorry. What?
Well, we've located where he is in the facility.
Oh, do you have a lock on him?
Would we be able to get him out through the ice?
Captain, we're being scanned, says one of the ensigns.
Yellow alert.
He's an Andorian. Bling.
He's an Andorian.
Yeah.
All right. Can you beam up the entire cryo chamber?
Captain, we're being hailed.
That'd be for the science officer, can we?
Can we beam the whole thing up on screen?
You could, but it looks like the security screen would stop that.
Oh, damn.
All
Can we
right.
take it down?
Possibly on screen.
Okay. You see that there is a blue lit room with 6 very cold looking people. 3 of them Romulans, 1 Tellarite, and let's see, what do you call them? Dom Jot Human, one of those guys.
Nausicaans.
Nausicaan.
One
There you go.
Nausicaan, and we'll say that the last one
This is a pleasant bunch.
the last one is one of those gorillas that is a citizen of the Klingon Empire.
Oh, from the Starfleet Battles universe?
Yeah,
Nice.
he's just a gorilla. I mean, he's wearing a Klingon, outfit, but he's just a gorilla.
And for a pistol, they carry around a blaster cannon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't have one, but, yeah.
Greetings from the Federation and the Romulan Empire.
You see that the one of the Romulans is a woman wearing a big fur hat, and she says, "Captain, this is Rura Ganok prison facility. We're requesting your assistance. Our AI core has gone berserk, and we need immediate evacuation."
Can you lower the security screen? We'll beam you out immediately.
We don't have access. We've been cut off from the rest of the facility by warden robots.
Okay. Do I have permission to lower the security screen manually?
Absolutely. But
Commander Tassas, is there a way to target the security screen generators?
I believe there is.
Please target them and lower them.
Okay. Pew pew pew. All right. So first we're going to roll. This is getting to ship stuff. We'll have. First off, we're going to start with a very detailed scan. This is going to be rolling off of your control plus science.
So 15. 5 and 12.
All right, you have 2 successes. You have pinpointed the security field emitter. It is a glowing green thing on the surface that is projecting this green hazy field. Provided with this information, your buddy Security Chief Mellon launches, opens up with the 4-deck phaser bank array. Pew, pew, pew. There's a small explosion down on the surface and rather unceremoniously, the green glow goes away.
I love how all races in Star Trek have color-coded stuff. Cardassians like a gold, Klingons are red, Romulans are green, and Federation is blue. It's nice, it's simple. You never have to question anything. It's like, who beamed them away? Well, what color was it? Gold? Well, was it Deep Space Nine? No, they were Cardassians.
Yeah. So, all right. There is, according to your scans, there is still, there's still some kind of interference that will stop beaming out. But now the force field is down. It is possible to have a shuttle.
Can you identify the source of the disturbance?
Yeah, I'll give this one to you for free. It is something in the superstructure of the building they're in. The AI core is still operating the fields that prevent beaming out. The wardens and prisoners say, "Oh, well, we can get into. We have an ejector pod, 2 ejector pods, that we can load into and get out of here. If you're willing to assist." They don't have. Well, they've had their landing mechanisms and other components stripped. Once we clear atmosphere, we would be drifting immediately back to the planet.
Okay.
But if you can get us in your tractor beam, we would be able to get away.
Might you be able to bring the last prisoner with you as well?
Yes, sir. We can do that.
The cryocon?
They look at each other. Oh, that guy. Yes, the man in the ice cube. We can help you with that.
Certainly. We just want to make sure that we don't leave, anyone behind.
We honestly had not thought about him in some time. He is furniture here.
Sure, but it's a humanoid.
Of course, that would be the right thing to do.
Exactly. Yes, once you have yourselves and him loaded and you fire up, we will make sure that we have tractor beams waiting for your arrival.
All right. We will begin with an initial test of the launch facility. Please stand by.
Is there any possibility that this is a trap?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's always a possibility, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're thinking about that. Betazoids.
Which is why I want you to keep a lock on the 6 life signs.
Okay.
And we're going to make sure that those 6 life signs and keep a lock on our icy prisoner. And I want to know when they move, where they move. If the 2 shuttles come up at us with no life signs in them, well, then we know.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Well, here's there's a scene change, and they say, "Oh, Captain, we're it's working," and you hear from the surface. All right, and there is you detect a little explosion launch as there's a small cylindrical pod that is launched into the atmosphere.
Commander Tassas, how many life signs aboard the pod?
0. They say that is the cryocon. He has his own evacuation system.
Wait, we just
scan for cryocon.
It is present.
Oh, okay.
It is. You have a detailed scan. It is.
Thieves,
definitely
is he
your
there?
boy.
Yeah, it is him, Captain.
Oh. Alrighty. Well, we need somebody to go out and shuttle a pilot with
on the monitor. You see that they say, "What's happening?" Me. And something begins a very harsh, synthesized voice begins making declarations in Romulan. Prisoner escape.
You people should be in your evacuation pods now. Get a Tassas, get a tractor beam on that cryopod. Thieves, prepare to receive him in the med bay.
Okay,
I go to med bay.
They begin running for their pods. You see that the chief warden, the woman you spoke to first, she is in the cryo facility. She gets in a separate pod from the other 5. Because she's just in a different part of the facility. She was operating the machine to launch your cryocon. Okay. They begin loading up. She's in one, the other 5 are in another. Meanwhile, you hear Security Officer Mellon yell, "I'm getting weapons readings from the planet. It is arming disruptors."
Are these planetaries? Like, do they have the range to hit us?
Yes, sir.
All right, move to a higher orbit.
Okay, but if we do that, we will lose the cryocon, sir. The AI has stripped the retro thrusters on his escape vehicle.
Maintain orbit. Red alert. Shields up.
All right. Okay, so here's what you do at this point.
Like you do.
We'll say, who wants to roll for the con officer? He's going to have a score of 14 in his...
I vote Kennedy. He's rolling better than I am.
Fair.
Until now.
And this is his control plus engineering.
Okay, so it's a 10.
Yeah, so he's got... and he's rolling on a 14.
Rolling on a 14. Here we go. Boom. Ooh, 4 and a 16.
All right. At this point, there is an issue that happens. You guys successfully grab the
Pod.
the pod, the icicle, the ice cube that has your guy in it. But the ship shakes. There's slight damage to one of your 2 arrays that is responsible for the tractor beam. You have one operating tractor beam. At this point, you hear O'Neill say, "I have her." Okay, he has engaged the tractor beam on one of the ships. the escape pods.
Okay, cryocon or
This is
warden.
the second one.
Okay, so we have the cryocon in it.
You have the cryocon has been taken in, but that particular tractor beam has been destroyed by the
Disruptor fire.
disruptor fire from the AI on the planet.
Now that they're off the planet, can we beam them out of the ships?
You're still within the interference field.
Okay.
What you have now is your one working tractor beam is focused on the escape pod with one person in it. There's a second escape pod with 5 people in it that is about to re-enter. You see that they are all strapped in, going as they ascend into the stratosphere and begin to drop again.
Captain.
What you have now is a trolley problem.
Right.
Captain, if we shoot the cryocon's pod deeper into space, we can then go back towards the planet and try to catch them before they land.
Now, the cryocon's pod is already on board, right?
It has been secured.
Oh, then we get.
Yeah, we've already got it.
It was
But we
brought
only have
into.
one tractor beam.
It was brought in, but
Okay.
you only have one tractor beam.
Could we buy time by letting go of the one that's closer and bring the pod with 5 closer and alternate?
So she's talking pull one, pull the other, pull
That's
the
what
other,
I was
pull
saying.
the other,
We
pull the
just
other.
Multi-track drifting.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Yep.
say. We're just sort of like.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to be juggling.
So we're gonna. So the first suggestion is juggling. Second suggestion is I want a shuttle out of the back of us as fast as possible because they have tractor beams that'll give us another one that
Okay.
can pull us out. So launch a shuttle. We're gonna try to juggle until we get 2 shuttles into space.
All right.
Problem becomes this: the shuttles will be targets for the disruptors.
That's quite true. In order
O'Neill, I want you to put our ship between the planet and the pods. I don't
Yes, sir.
want them to be targets. Full shields.
All right. Okay. O'Neill executes your orders to perfection. Your neither pod is going to be shot.
Wait a minute. Would they land on our dish? I mean, if they're going to fall back towards the planet, wouldn't they?
You have to extend your thing.
Yeah. Okay. So
extend
we're
your
still in
field
a
out.
trolley. We're still in a trolley
Yeah.
problem. Okay.
They are not precisely enough under you, and also that would rupture your hull.
Okay. Fair enough.
They are at re-entry speeds.
Oh crap! All right.
So right now, the warden, the Romulan woman who helped you out, she is safe in her pod, caught in the tractor beam.
okay.
The other one is the one that is in trouble.
Oh, no.
Okay. I want. The order is push her out of the gravity well.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have the option of a shuttle?
The shuttle can launch within yes, it would be a risky EVA operation.
But risky sounds fun.
So that is the case.
To
You
SAS.
if you want to
Yes, Captain.
if you want to do this, you'd have to have one of your expert guys go out there. Possibly you might lose both the shuttle and the pod.
Right. To SAS, can we enter the atmosphere and grab that shuttle? Or grab that pod?
I'll give you this one for free, just so you can make an informed choice. Not with the ship as it is. You would enter the interference field and you would drop the other pod.
Well, wait. Can't we just drop our shields and beam them out of the pod?
No.
Yeah,
that's-
there's still an interference field
the
around
interference
there
field is
that
Okay,
goes
yeah.
up to
I
several
forgot.
thousand miles.
We can't let them die.
Can we get close enough to
You see
tractor
the
beam
the
that
gorilla
pod?
goes, "Arrgh!"
They've got a talking gorilla. We especially can't let them die.
Bring us to
Do
his
we
then
have
transporter range.
communication with them?
Or not
You
transporter,
do have
but
communication. They have
tractor beam range.
We're going to say that you guys have plenty of time as players to figure this out.
Okay.
But as characters, you're going to be acting pretty quickly. This is a very tense moment.
So my question is, can we communicate with the warden and give her the opportunity to sacrifice herself for her 5 crew members?
No.
No.
I want them both.
Okay.
The question is, can we enter the atmosphere? I mean, I want to chase them down and tractor beam them out.
Are we with the shuttle?
No, with us.
with us. That seems
it
risky.
It is not going to work. You're under heavy fire from the facility.
Oh, yeah.
Would stop. That would prevent you from making that catch.
So currently, Warden single person pod is in our tractor beam.
Yes, and you could drop her to save the other 5.
But again, back to would she?
The
Can
alternative.
we juggle?
The alternative. Well, unfortunately, you would give me a roll to do difficult math in your head. This would be you're thinking fast, so this is going to run off of your daring plus science.
So 14,
Yeah.
1 and 5.
All right. You gain.
She got a 1.
It won't work. The
juggling?
The juggling. The entropy is too great.
Okay.
You would drop. They drop too fast to make up the difference.
What is the difficulty in time as far as repairing our other tractor beam?
It would take more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
And they will fall to the ground in much less than that. So the other option that the captain described of sending out the shuttle is a good option. But it would be risky because you would have the possibility of the shuttle being shot.
So wouldn't it be better to have the shuttle go for her, since it's closer range, and switch the tractor beam
Yep,
to the falling one?
Thoughts?
Switching the track.
I actually think that's the best idea.
Launch the shuttle. Who's
Switching
flying?
Okay, the problem remains the same. One way or the other, you're putting the shuttle at high risk.
Absolutely. Understood.
But
So-
higher risk out of a higher range.
Right.
Either
If
way,
we're
it's-
going to take her out. The shuttle is going to go in, and I
Try
want
to catch
I want a single pilot.
So the difference is you could one option you have with that is you can take your shuttle and have it catch her, and then send the ship after the 5. That way, if the shuttle fails, it's just her. But you are putting her at risk. Even then, the trolley problem recurs.
Then I'm going to send.
At the moment, she is 100% safe. You could make her considerably less safe in order to reasonably be confident that you will save the other 5. But then you've got the shuttle and her. It becomes
it's worth the risk.
a risk for her instead of just
One for 1 or 1 for 5? Doc?
1 for all, I would hope.
So
To SAS, same question. Who do we send the shuttle after, her or them?
the shuttle after her,
Do you agree?
because the tractor beam will be able to grab the 5.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
The Romulan woman is, you can see that she's gritting her teeth. She's got a little tear. She's holding a little picture of a small Romulan child.
Okay, but is she
It's like a
bothered
little-
by her 5 crew members plummeting?
Well,
She's Romulan, so probably
everybody's
not.
Everybody's bothered by everything right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wonder if
Everybody
she's
is-
heartless. I mean, that's kind of my.
She's not being heartless. She's just
yeah.
just preparing to die.
But she's emotionally connected to this child.
I understand.
Obviously a weakness
That. Is that a weakness?
from a Vulcan standpoint.
Oh. Well, it is logical that parents would protect their offspring.
That is logical.
That is required for the perpetuation of species.
To SAS, who does the shuttle logically go after?
The shuttle?
Because you have a percentage chance of you're lowering her survivability considerably,
By sending
But-
the shuttle after her.
but you're raising the survivability of the 5. But at the same time, you're taking a possibility of 100% of her being safe versus the possibility that the others are going to be okay.
So currently at this rate, there's 100% that she's going to be safe,
Yes.
but minimal percent that the other 5 will be safe.
It would be difficult for the shuttle to perform its mission without being blown up.
So logically, sending the shuttle after her, decreasing her percentage a little bit and increasing theirs significantly.
That would be the good of the many outweighing the good of the few.
So the shuttle is more likely to survive going after her.
At the same time, you are making the conscious decision to literally drop the person you have already rescued.
I still think, logically speaking,
True.
we, instead of having two extremes, we level the playing field.
Yeah, but
Then they all
for
might die.
a Nausicaan
And a gorilla.
and a gorilla?
Yes.
They're living sentient beings.
Of course they
I
are.
agree.
Of course, I would never minimize the.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Doc, do you agree with her?
Yeah. Yes, we try for all. Well, I mean,
We level out the percentages instead of having two extremes.
yeah.
Okay. Who's my best shuttle pilot? Is it O'Neill?
Oh,
or
it would
is
totally be O'Neill.
Or is it Redshirt? Or is it?
It's going to be the one guy
Millen.
who's been named so far, because
Nice.
of course it is.
Of course it is.
Or I guess you could send your
What about this dude?
Chief Engineer Kumalo, or your one and only
Mellon.
Chris Mellon, Security Chief. He is.
He's expendable.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Nobody is expendable.
He knows what he did.
He knows what he
He
did.
started the green spot plague.
Ooh, it's rough.
I like how it's getting more and more like worse. First it was just green spot fever, and then green spot flu, then green spot plague.
Okay.
Just keep changing the name of it. Eventually, the color will change.
Green spot diarrhea.
Chartreuse measles.
They call them the chimpy measles.
So let's do
All
this.
right.
Who's
Okay.
rolling for O'Neill?
You're sending him out to possibly die. I think the commander should be rolling.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I agree.
Do it, Scott. Wait,
All
we can
right.
use momentum to help us roll, though, right?
That's true.
We certainly can. I
So
need
I
another
would-
D20.
I'm going to spend my momentum to help us roll.
Nice.
All right,
then I
you're
need
pulling
another-
off the impossible. It's
I
what
need another
Starfleet
D20.
does.
Because technically, momentum is a part of a pool.
Nice.
So there you
It's
go.
true. Yeah, it's just a pool you can pull from.
Nice. Okay.
So he's rolling. Okay, so O'Neill is going to be rolling on a scanty 14. Not too bad, but not great.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
got a 19. That's not a go. I got a 4
And a
That's really
6.
good.
Okay.
and a 6.
All
So
right.
2 successes. Does O'Neill have any sort of pilot shuttle
He.
focus?
I'm going to say in this particular case, it's not going to apply. It applies to him flying the main ship.
Okay.
Yeah. He has
Tractor beam proficiency?
Sure. Well, we're not gonna. We're just gonna roll with how it is.
Okay, then
He's a non-player character.
He's
okay.
basic.
Okay, 2 successes.
He's
All right.
basic. He's a basic person.
He's
All
wearing
right.
them Ugg
So,
boots.
so you guys fly in, and I'm gonna need a science roll from Jade
Coach
to
Jade.
secure your
Coach Jade.
to secure your 5 guys in the other pod.
You can do it, Jade. It's just 5 people.
And
Am
I'm
I-
going to use a momentum
Okay.
to give her one of these dies as well.
All right. So you're rolling 3 dice.
Against what?
This is going to be, I'm going to say we're going to require split-second timing. And we're going to do it as control plus science.
15.
Or, I'm sorry, control plus engineering. It's the same stat for you.
3, 3, 9.
All right.
Woo! She
Lots
nails
of
it.
successes.
Like
Okay.
a Vulcan, just like, womp, womp, womp. Got him.
Okay. Your
I am
your
celebrating on the inside.
your calculations were precise, and you have
course.
you have secured the 5 the 5 people. There is all right. Meanwhile, there is a great deal of fire that's being directed at your boy O'Neill as he engages the shuttle's tractor beam around the pod, carrying
no.
carrying the warden. There is an explosion on the bridge of the shuttle.
No.
He has her in the shuttle's facility, but there is an explosion inside, and you as you guys both change your vectors to immediately fly away from the planet. You see that he has survived, so has the woman, but he has taken heavy injury.
I can help him.
Okay. So,
Once we secure the 5, I want a tractor beam on that shuttle.
okay.
I rush to sick bay.
You retrieve the pod with the five people, the 3 prisoners and the 2 other wardens.
And once we're out of that beaming field, I beam O'Neill directly to sickbay.
Okay. You're able to you catch them both. O'Neill is very badly burned, but still alive.
Oh, no.
Like that guy in Austin Powers too.
I am very badly burnt. All right.
So, in order to save him, Doctor, you are going to need to act really fast. You perform microsurgery. This is going to be, I'm going to say, actually, I'm going to say that this is going to be an extended surgery. So, over a long period of time. So, we're going to roll fitness plus medicine. You have to. You're awake for 37 hours, saving his life,
Dang.
or not.
I can do it. I ain't afraid of this.
Watch
So
the macro
fitness
vascals.
plus
Over his shoulder going.
do we have any more momentum to spend? We do. Roll an extra die, please.
All right, here we go. What race is he? Oh wait, no, this is trauma surgery. I can use trauma surgery.
Yeah, Carl O'Neill is a human.
Okay, so what does trauma? What does the focus do again?
Doubles
Focus
each
means you get
success is
each
times 2.
success times 2.
Woohoo! Oh no! Wait, 1. 1 success.
All right.
Which is 2 successes.
2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes. You save his life. He will require extensive cybernetic reconstruction, but he is mostly alive.
Don't we have a cyberneticist?
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry, I
All
thought
right.
we did.
I'm
That's
sure.
fine.
I'm sure we continue treatment.
There was
Almost.
discussion
you
about
can
it
continue
at some
treatment
point.
and regrow him some eyes and stuff, you know.
Oh,
Poor guy.
I do have experimental tech.
That's true. However, yeah, but he has given quite a bit to make this happen.
whoop-em Gungam style. We can Gungam in? No? Okay.
Whoa.
But no, he. So okay, so basically, yeah,
So he's a
You're-
cyborg now.
he's got some replacement pieces.
But we lost our best pilot. He's not going to pilot anytime soon.
Not for a while.
He can return to work within like a week or 2.
Yeah, it's,
We hope.
You hope.
So can we name his stand-in?
Yeah, sure. It is going to be. Her name is.
It's in garlic sauce, garlic chicken.
I hate you.
Garlic. She's saucy. No?
See?
No?
That's what I was thinking.
There it is.
Okay, she is a Bajoran.
Bajoran.
Oh, wait. The Bajorans have their freedom, and the fire caves are good, and the Patahs are all okay now.
Yeah,
all
but
right?
the
So they're not
Federation-
nearly as snotty, right?
Yeah, but the Federation
Well,
has
also,
no idea that.
remember Kai Wynn died
Died.
horribly.
Yay!
So, with no successor, just suddenly goes off into the woods with the emissary, and
they both just
they
sort
both
of,
just
eh.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Federation had no
Not
idea
my
about
fault.
the fire rates. They just know that something weird was happening on Bajor, and then it stopped.
Yep.
And then that Cisco disappeared.
Her name is Kelsa So. So Ensign Kelsa is her. That's her family name.
Okay.
Okay.
So if she becomes a general, she's General So.
General So. Ooh, favorite dish
It's
is
spelled
chicken.
different.
It's sort of a saucy,
It's
delicious,
spelled
spicy.
SCO. So.
Well, that's how the Bajorans would spell General So's chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, because you know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All
like,
right.
It's like Hasperat, only like Hasperat meets Chinese food. Shitty walk.
All right. So poor old Ensign O'Neill is going to be in sick bay for quite some time. But in the meanwhile, you have you have a second patient, Doctor, who is your ice cube.
Oh, Maynard.
Ooh,
That's right.
yeah.
I forgot about that guy.
All right. Well.
Sous vide that dude.
All right. I'm just gonna put on a pot of boiling water and just put him in a big plastic bag and drop him in
okay.
there. and-
Beginning warm goo
Feel
liquid
like that's
phase.
not going to work.
That'll work. We're cooking him, right?
No.
You're also going to need to
Well-oiled machine.
You're also going to need to zap him back to life because he's
I
basically
know my
dead.
staff
All right.
well.
I do have experimental tech.
Okay.
I would welcome her assistance then.
All right.
I'd always welcome her assistance, but you know what I mean. Just-
All right. You might lose the patient in the process of thawing him out. He might have freezer burn. So the way this is going to
Do
work,
we have to thaw him out? Do we have the capabilities of continuing his cryogenics?
you can just leave him how he is if you want to. But you see that he, looking at this guy, you see that there is also a big thing on the pod that he is in. It's like this 10-foot tall, brassy looking machinery with there's a data file. It has weak encryption and it is written in Klingon, describing him presumably. It has you can recognize that it is like signed by a warden who was a Klingon.
Okay.
Crap, I didn't get
I sweep into the sick bay.
All right,
Doctor,
Dun, dun, dun.
how's O'Neill?
He's not looking good.
O'Neill's going to recover, but I'm afraid his injuries were quite severe. He's going to need extensive cybernetic reconstruction.
Okay. But he's going to live?
He's just going to live, sir.
I pat O'Neill. I'm like, good work, son. Oh, I pat him on the other side.
You pull back your hand, it's covered in goo. It's like,
How are the attempts to thaw the patient?
Well, sir, we've done numerous tests. We think we can thaw him. However, it's going to be quite risky. General Sass, or sorry, General
Commander
Sass thinks that it might be too risky and that we might just leave him in stasis for now.
Looking, okay, so basically, let me give you an idea of how risky this would be. Essentially, you guys would need to give me. This would be an extended roll. You'd have 2 attempts, and I would need 5 successes out of you guys in 2 rolls. So you would roll 2 dice each. Total of and you would get 2 attempts before the process of thawing him out would be too far along. If you can get 5 successes between you in that time, he will be successfully reanimated. Otherwise, he is just kind of going to have that mushy consistency.
That's a little risky.
Before we go forward, also, we don't have much intel on him. What if we are unthawing an absolute monster?
Well, he's supposed to have been an expert in cloning.
But we also don't know what the effects on long-term cryogenics are.
True.
Have we already investigated the pod? Is there an auto refresh on it or something? Have we taken a look at the machinery? Maybe it can do it already.
I assume that would have popped up as we looked at it. Is there the
Looking through it, you see that the Klingons had a particular enzyme that was used to keep the patient alive, to resuscitate them properly. However, you see that this give me let's see roll for your talent for being friends with the Romulans will apply.
Oh no. No.
All right. Here's the information you do get. That particular enzyme that was used to reanimate people frozen with this technique was on a planet that was unfortunately destroyed by the Borg about 7 or 8 years ago. The last time they attacked.
Wow.
In Klingon territory.
Okay, so so this enzyme doesn't exist anymore. That's why they never thought him.
Yes.
Can we synthesize it?
Experimental
Possibly that would be part of your experimental. You could bring your experimental tech roll.
Yeah.
It was from a particular plant that was
botany.
destroyed.
Have either of the 2 people who have examined this thing yet seen or recognized the data file that's on there?
Oh, it is there, but it is just like security related stuff that they have not fucksword with.
Okay.
But yeah, it is obvious that this guy had some kind of rap sheet. Enough that the Klingons thought enough to make a particular note, and also left his ass behind when they gave this planet to the Romulans.
Captain, should we turn this intel over to security to try to...
What intel?
Oh, there is, you can see this.
Can we read that? Anybody read Klingon?
I'm fairly sure
You get a linguist guy to.
Well, didn't
Oh,
Melon
actually-
do something with Klingons?
Oh yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
he had a
say-
Klingon mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can say that he can
And
make
security.
a roll. He's like, I don't like to talk about that time.
Oh,
But I
well.
can help you. He's going to roll some dice.
He was elbow deep in the Klingons.
I feel like this is
Oh.
a security thing too.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. He says, yeah, it's a simple cipher that they use to decrypt it, and he basically does puts it through a filter,
One
and the
fish,
universal.
2 fish, 1 penny, 10 pennies. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, and basically you're able to put it through the universal translator at that point.
Nice.
And it says that this this man is a betazoid,
Yay!
as you know.
Go Team
it
Betazoid.
lists his like information.
Stats.
He is, and both of you guys suddenly like, ooh, because it lists that he is a genetic sport. A mutant. There is a particular thing from Bajoran culture. Betazoid culture that you guys don't discuss much with outsiders. It was this was something that this guy is a member of a despised minority / extreme disability. He was born without his psionic node. It is inverted, and he is psionic resistant. He is this is a group of like occasionally you would get a betazoid who was born with this syndrome, and they would be basically outcasts in betazoid society, where they are immune to. Not only can they not read other people, but the other betazoids can't read them. Emotions, thoughts, anything. He has less psionic ability than Data.
Okay.
Well, guess we're just going to have to put him out of his misery. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just set it
was-
to kill and just.
Yeah, it was in fact a criteria for Beta Z joining the Federation to do away with discrimination against people like this guy.
Okay. What do I need to do to engage and enact in telepathy? Because I'm going to look over at my chief medical officer, and we're going to have a telepathic conversation.
Well, like you do. Sure, yeah,
Like
I'll just
you
let
do.
you do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I have my telepathy.
Your
So.
two telepaths telepathying to each other is actually normal for you. So
Should be like a thing.
Yeah.
What is the name of the Inara 5?
Idra 4. is
Idra
the
4.
planet that is screwed up.
I
and this
look-
guy, I'm going to say that we're going to run with things. He is a Gammazoid. Is his problem.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying here. Telepathy. Well, then, we let the Intrids thaw him.
Oh, I think that would be best.
I think it would be too. Okay.
Okay.
Well, then, let's. It could be. I'm just double checking, Commander Tassas. This could be risky to reanimate him. Could be very touchy, correct?
Correct.
Well, then, we'll let the. Doctor, do you think we should. We don't want to risk. We've just had a win that O'Neill sacrificed himself to make sure that everyone was safe here. I think we should deliver him in this state to the planet in question.
I think that would be best, sir.
Oh, the rest of the information, it says that he was caught by the Klingon Empire attempting to clone a creature called a tribble.
I don't know what those are, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
And for this, he was not very
Some kind of
kindly looked upon.
High crime, huh?
Some kind of venomous creature, I assume.
Probably.
It says, you get the impression that from the write-up that the Klingons were very, very unhappy that somebody was trying to clone tribbles.
Well, I know that a targ that they keep for pets are vicious, just
He
horrible
says,
creatures. to
it
begin
also
with. This
mentions
thing must be.
It also mentions that several colonies were destroyed by tribbles.
Oh,
Well then, all right. But yeah, we just have to.
Obviously, this dirty Gammazoid was up to something bad.
okay.
Well, I mean, that's a supposition that I'll let you make if you want.
All right.
I feel like we should continue research on the thawing process so we know in the future.
I'm sure from an academic standpoint that would be something that would be commendable.
Okay.
But I think we should make sure that this particular Gamazoid is calm, cool, and collected.
Because you can't trust him because you can't read his mind.
Well, I mean, he is probably, a psychic terrorist.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
He could be thinking anything behind those creepy black eyes that you can't read his mind. I know, right?
How quick they are to judge
I
someone.
know.
I think that, off the record, I think these things should be exterminated.
Captain,
I should be punched.
Captain, you've tripped over the power cord to the cryo bay 5 times. Just keep following on it.
I keep going to make sure O'Neill's okay, then get the light switch, then go to O'Neill's okay. I don't know. I just keep going over.
Thebes, why were you plugging every hairdryer into every outlet on that deck? Oh, nothing. Just if I blow the circuit, I blow the circuit.
Hey, it's a GFI. That's all I'm saying. I'm waiting for one to go off. They go off every other morning.
Yeah, what you gotta do?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. If you want to leave him, in the cooler for the time being, then that is perfectly fine. You see that the power source is stable on the machine.
Excellent. O'Neill, set a course.
I'm here, says Ensign Kelsa.
Ensign
That is
Kelsa.
a terrible girl voice.
I know. Well,
Set a course for the Romulan prefecture. Use this frequency here to call the prefect.
blip, blip, blip. Okay. In a matter of moments, you have Prefect Lorat on the line.
Prefect Lorat, good day to you, sir.
He says, Captain, how is that prison colony?
The AI decided to go less than pleasantly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were able to rescue the 6 prisoners from the planet. They were able to eject. We have your chief warden and 5 of her associates that were there. We also rescued the cryo prisoner. We've had some readings from the cryo containment. It looks okay now. We want to make sure that it will be able to survive the trip back to Indrid 4.
Idra 4?
Idra 4, yes.
Why is he going to Idra 4?
I
I would very much like to have all 7 of our people back.
Wonderful. Okay, well then we'll be. Do you want us to come to your planet? We'll just deliver them to you.
You see, there's a little thing a little green light that appears on his desk. Well, he looks at you sort of sideways. You can see his sort of like shapely, pointy ears. He says, "Well, at the very least, we would very much like to see our warden technicians back."
Of course.
What is the status of that planet, by the way?
We left. They were firing at us.
Oh, so you didn't? You just left the facility as it was?
Well, we wouldn't think that it would be right. It's not our facility to destroy.
Oh, I apologize. I am normally dealing with Klingons who come over the border.
Certainly.
I appreciate your delicate touch.
Now, I would recommend that until you can reset the core on your AI, that you approach with caution,
Oh, absolutely.
preferably cloaked so it doesn't know you're there. But
Oh,
you do what you do, I'm sure.
yes, Captain. I will take your advice on how to use the cloaking device. Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
He says, well, in any case, I'm sure I would very much like to have my Romulans back.
Certainly. We'll set a course right now.
Very well.
Excellent.
At this point, you see...
Does he disconnect?
Yeah, he hangs up. He says, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
You too. Ensign Kelsa, set a course for the prefecture, Warp 2.
All right. Blip, blip, blip. Well, at Warp 2, sir, that will take us quite a while to get there. It'll be more than a week at this rate.
All right, Warp 3.
All right. Okay, well, that'll be 10 times faster, sir. So, yes.
Call it Warp 2.5. Thieves to my ready room, please.
Okay. Go to the ready room.
She says, I understand, sir. I'll take the scenic route.
Thank you. The prefect has asked to have all 7 prisoners back.
All 7?
Well, all 7 people that were in the facility, the warden, the 5 others, and the cryo prisoner.
Well,
Also, just as a GM note, also he doesn't know who the 7th prisoner is. I mean, the cryocon is.
Right.
Just as a note, he has no idea who that person is. Could free some random
Right,
random
sure.
guy.
O'Neill.
I was just gonna say, do we need O'Neill?
Oh, that's so bad.
Don't do that to O'Neill. He's a hero.
So evil.
But he can't fly no more. And
He
just
will.
He'll never play the piano again.
Be like, Ensign Kelsa, come here, please.
No, we'll just
Yeah. Send the woman.
we'll just
Harsh.
Do we have an Andromedan, or what do they call them? What's the ones with the green?
Andorians.
Do we have an Andorian?
Yeah, you do have an Andorian.
We do, don't we? Ensign Andorian, come here. What? I don't want to do the woman. I want to off
Picking
the woman,
somebody
right?
up based on no.
No. Okay.
Oh,
Enough.
two pointy things on your head?
Joking.
No, just kidding.
All right. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, basically, you will arrive in a suitable amount of time for you to discuss and decide what you're doing. Also, you get the impression that if you just flew away, there wouldn't be a whole lot that he could do about it. But he might be a little sad that you ran off.
With his girlfriend.
Ooh, you never know. Now that you think about it, the warden of that planet is young and good looking. The lady in the
And that child is stunning in the photo.
Yeah, that child was downright majestic.
The child is a little plain. I'll be straight.
I'll be straight with you.
Two positives make a negative.
Somebody had plastic and reconstructive surgery.
You never know. Well, in any case, yeah. So your people, the prisoners that and technicians, they just as a precaution, just as a matter of whatever, Chris Mellon put the prisoners in the brig, and the Romulans are confined to their quarters right now.
I make sure they go through a full health screening.
Which he didn't go through. He didn't go through you, but he just sort of assumed that would be what you want.
Oh yeah.
He says that it seems that they have. He says I was able to tell that they have a little bit of frostbite. They were in the rather extreme cold. They have some exposure.
Then
what I see.
I'll make sure they're treated.
Okay, you basically give them some ointment and stuff like that. The gorilla, the gorilla rubs it on his ears.
Here's some bacitracin and lather up.
But yeah, you see that the Tellarite says, "I'm a Federation citizen. I want to go home."
Was
The
he a
Tellarite
prisoner?
one of the prisoners? Yeah.
The Tellarite was one of the prisoners.
What
As
was
you're talking
his,
to him, he says, "Doctor, please help me. I was detained against my will."
Well, most prisoners are, but what was he detained for?
What were you detained for?
I was detained. I was detained for the crime of assisting political prisoners of the Romulan Empire. They were escaping. I gave them passage on my trade ship. They were prisoners of conscience, and because I helped them, I was branded a traitor. A spy of the Federation. I did nothing. I did nothing wrong. It was the right thing to do, and I believe that they will throw me away forever if I go back into their situation. The Nausicaan and the Gorilla Man are both members of my crew.
Captain,
Yes.
what if we gave a shuttle to the employees of the prison but took the prisoners with us? Let them just go back to their planet.
He says, I have done nothing wrong. I did the right thing. I helped prisoners of conscience escape from the Romulans, their own people. They tortured them horribly and put them to death.
Tassas, can you ID this Tellaride and check for his record in the Federation?
You are able to punch it in very easily because the Federation has files on everybody and everything. If they have files on like people in the 19th century Earth, like their addresses, they have
Probably.
they have stuff on this dude. It says that his name is Jaren Glashkoch. Yeah, it's a really unfortunate name, Glashkoch.
Shouldn't throw stones.
I know, right? There you go, Mr. Glasscock.
Well,
Yes, but yes, Jaren for short, Captain Jaren.
So it corroborates what he's saying.
It says that what it says is that he was an independent trader running a garbage scow that disappeared after not filing a flight plan about 2 years ago in Stardate 54281.
alrighty.
So-
Ensign, get us to the prefecture.
Okay.
Punch it up to warp 8.
All right. He okay. The Curie gets there in no time.
Okay.
And before long, you are over a rather inhospitable but very pretty desert planet. It is a Class H world.
Are
Very
there- ooh.
yeah, very
Nice.
It is very absolutely dry. Very but very sort of like it's got all these very attractive rock formations and
Does our
has
commander to SAS, does she? For home a little bit?
she's not even from Vulcan.
Ah, well, whatever then. Screw it. All right. I was like, whatever.
It is an aesthetically pleasing planet, but not a very hospitable one.
Oh, all right.
Is it colorful?
It is quite colorful. It is pink and orange.
Hail the Romulan. Hail a Romulan vessel. Don't
Okay.
hail the prefecture.
Okay. Blip, blip, blip. All right. You see, there is a yet another dour Romulan with the big shoulder pads and the bowl cut who appears on your screen. Says this is. This is the warship Nakres. May I help you? And you see that there is a wom 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 wom, and one of those large birds of prey. I'm sorry, Romulan warbirds. Excuse me. It's green and very
Shiny.
very shiny. It sort of like has this sort of rounded warp core. You see that there's that this guy appears. The warship
Mighty commander
Nakres.
of the Romulan warbird Nakres. I would ask that you lower your shields.
He says, and to what end, Captain?
We have several employees of the Romulan Empire who guarded a prison facility whose AI turned on them. We have rescued them and would like to return them to the Empire.
I appreciate your concern. Perhaps it would be better to beam them directly down to the planet. We don't have adequate medical facilities on our ship.
Oh, they're medically fine. They're not injured.
Well, that's good.
They've been well treated, cared for. Mm-hmm. We thought that it would be better if they went with you to the prefecture.
You say so. Well,
Consider it a gift.
says, well, tell you what, I will, sorry, he doesn't say, well, tell you what.
Tell you what.
He says, he looks at another dour-faced Romulan with a bowl cut and the big shoulder pads behind him, snaps his finger, and the guy runs off. We're launching a shuttlecraft.
Certainly.
You can beam them directly to that.
Wonderful.
And so that,
Flies out.
Flies
That
out.
way they don't have to lower their shields.
there's a nervous-looking Romulan pilot.
Beam them over.
Okay. They are immediately sent across, and happy as a clam
the
in
gorilla, the Nausicaan, and the
the
Romulan.
Tellarite pigman are still on board.
Oh, okay. We're keeping them, and we're getting everybody else. The 3 Romulans are going over
Yep.
to the Romulan ship. Okay.
Okay. You have an incoming call from Prefect Lorat, who has noticed that you're in his system.
Alrighty. Laying a course for the Federation.
Okay. And you can wait to answer him?
Get us underway, and I'll answer his call as we're
right.
leaving his system.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Warp
Prefect,
8
Yes, Warp 8. Prefect Lorat, how can I help you?
says, yes, he says, there's a little blink on his desk. Oh, I see that you've already sent the Warden technicians over to Warship Nacress. Oh, and when will I be getting the prisoners, sir?
We're debriefing the prisoners. You should have them shortly.
I see that you're leaving my system. And at this point, sir, Ensign Kelsa says, sir, I'm getting some interference.
Oh, are we losing the prefect?
Why, yes, sir, we are.
Oh,
You see, she's messing with a little dial. It goes. Psst. You see the very handsome Romulan. His perfectly sculpted eyebrows sort of go.
and then the transmission.
And then-
Did we lose? And I'm gonna before she cuts the shit. Did we lose him? What? Can we get him back?
I'm going through a
And
tunnel.
that's all for tonight for Gaming with Scott. As you guys successfully flee across the neutral zone.
Yay!
With your
And we don't have to. At some point, does he get unplugged? All right.
Gamazoid.
Oh, we don't know.
We can leave that for another day.
Not unplugging him.
Alrighty, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye.